Binary Lab. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the results from the Martingale Mastered remake. Okay, so I've done a couple of technical tweaks to the program, and actually I want to show you some stats here as well. You've seen some of the stats inside of my, you saw some of these stats already inside of my previous video, screenshot, but these are some more as well. And basically for the total, alright, so the total for yesterday, I was doing a lot of this testing, and there were 81 trades, and this is actually, like total trading profit 25. Okay, maximum trade was at 19. So basically, like you may be wondering, okay, what's up with that 19? Okay, so this is like what's that? Like 1, 2, 4, 9, and 19. Okay, so that's 5 steps. So I've since realized that actually if we cut it down to a 4-step with the right precautions, it still can be done. Okay, and on top of that, I also identified the sections which often result in people having to martingale. Let me give you an example, okay? And I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna give you an example inside the course because there's actually a key concept. there's a key element that I realized that if we avoid that one element, right, we can actually have a much higher winning rate. And there's no even a need to go to like 4-step sometimes. So 4-step is going to be hit like very rarely. It can be done, but in the meantime, I want to show you like generally compared to the previous Martingale Mastered. Okay, like the overall amount of trading that can be done here is a lot more. So in terms of of course, if you want a higher payout, you can actually do like for example like 1, 2, 5, 12. They'll give you a higher payout. But this, on the other hand, is actually like one of the safer ones. However, okay, I also in this upcoming training, because like I've been doing like not just one day of this, but previously I also did a lot of demo testing on this, and I found out how we can make it safer, increase the number of trades, because the previous Martingale Master didn't have that many trades. I'm going to show you some of the rest of the trades on the next page. Alright, so this is the next page, and then you can see some of these trades over here. I'm going to go to the next page again. And you can see more of these trades on this page. And this is one of those that I used the 1, 2, 5, 12 sequence, and basically this actually the payout was pretty good. And over here we have the $19 trade. Okay, so for this one we went like 1, 2, 4, 9, 19. A lot of people ask, like in the past, what is an ideal sequence? It's not about the sequence. It's actually about the like the whole point is you martingale at the right time, because if your strategy sucks, no matter how you martingale, you're not going to win. So the previous strategy was really good in a way that it's kind of like paint by numbers martingale where there's direction change involved, because most martingales lose due to not being flexible enough to have a direction change. So the previous Martingale Master that I taught already had a direction change, but this time we're actually doing something that's actually even more dynamic, which is that whenever we get into a situation where we have the martingale, we immediately review and see if we can continue with this pair, or otherwise should we continue with a different pair instead. Okay, and obviously there are ways that I've since worked on that I'm going to be producing more results to show you that with these new methods in place, you will not even need to martingale all that much as well. Okay, so there are actually ways for you to remain accurate, and one of the things I want to tell you in advance as well is that a lot of people find trading martingale like sitting there and clicking kind of stressful and boring. Okay, but from the way that I teach it, what we're only really interested in is the outcome. So when the beginning of a trade, there's an interpretation. At the end of the trade, there's an outcome. That's the only thing that we're interested in. So in the meantime, during that 1 minute, okay, if 1 minute is too fast, you can do like every 2 minutes. Okay, just use a 2 minutes chart, for instance. But in that 1 minute of time, what do? Push-ups, I get my workout in, I do lunges, whatever. So it's kind of good. And then I'll just do something for like maybe 45 seconds or so. I'll come back and check the timer, and then I'll see okay, time for the next position. So I'm constantly staying active, and I mean, this is just one of the ways that I want to suggest to you that you can actually like make your Martingale Master experience a lot more interesting. The course is coming early next week, and like, okay, what can you earn from this? I should have already covered this in the beginning of this video. So what I want to cover is that, the time that you spend. Okay, how much time do you think I spent over doing that? I think it was about 1 hour 40. So basically, what I want to share with you is that when you're doing this Martingale Mastered, your earning rate, okay, eventually when you receive the program that I'm going to be giving to you next week, it's going to be even more profitable than this. Okay, so right now, based on what I'm doing, also because the Martingale that I do is like kind of conservative. I don't do so much of the 1 2 5 12. I do more of the 1 2 4 9 19, as you see. So like that actually means to say that sometimes the higher the steps that we go, we are kind of actually wasting time. Okay, we're wasting time because and there is a very good reason for that, because if we do it in such a way that we're wasting time, wouldn't that dissuade you from picking positions that you know and you recognize is going to end up in a martingale situation? So it's going to be like a long drawn fight kind of situation. So when you start doing this course, you're going to get to learn price action by constantly having to watch the market. You're going to learn, let's say if you're new to binary options trading, this is perfect for you because, if you follow this program very strictly, and you need to be strict to do this, okay? You absolutely cannot click more than once, unless you're hedging, which is going to be an advanced technique. And I actually covered that in my program. So that will be one of the techniques that will be inside, and that's one of the risk reduction techniques. So it's, what do you think? I mean, there's a lot more bells and whistles in this program, and I think, how much can you earn? Well, let's just put it this way, all right? Someone who puts in $100, you can actually within just sit down for an hour, you can easily get over 10% in an hour of work. So in my previous video, I was talking about every few hours you can actually double your account. Well, that's true, but do you really want to spend that much time? But as a matter of fact, if you look at it this way, hey, I'm just going to be really chill. I'm just going to do it for an hour a day, make about 10% of my account, and then like within a week, you're up 70%. But if you're compounding, whoa, okay. And then, so let's say if you compound a course of a week, and then by the end of the week, withdraw like 50%, and then the next week you start again, and then you compound throughout the week and withdraw 50%. That's pretty good, right? Inside the program, I'm going to be covering a lot more like money management and stuff. And in the meantime, I'm just going to show you a few more pages. These are additional results. All right, these are more results from this method. All within, okay, here we go. So what I want to show you here is that actually it's possible to sometimes, like be able to write a very nice trend, and look at this actually happens. So I'll be teaching you how to do that. I'll be teaching you also how to like cherry pick, and so the reason is that all email margin. Why, if I know this, why did I do some of the early ones where you're going to like 4-step, 5-step? Well, I just want to kind of stress test the system and see what I can come up with. But like you're really looking at this. This is we're gonna be like riding some really nice trends, okay? And then when it gets to a little bit of a messy situation, we get out, we martingale, we win it, and then we get out to a different one. So I'll be showing you step by step how to do that, and I'll be showing you the various situations that you're going to face in the markets, because I've spent a lot of time on this over the past couple of days, and I've basically worked out almost every single market situation that you can possibly face. And I guarantee you that this will be the only martingale-based program you ever need to trade binary options. And for some of you, you're wondering, like previously you joined Martingale Mastered with a different broker. Unfortunately, this remake is going to be purely based on pocket option, because only pocket option is able to give, like, they have a signal sidebar, which is really, really handy for you to pinpoint which is the next pair you want to trade. And actually, that's also what we do a lot. Okay, during that 1 minute, we're not that stressing about what's going to happen with this minute. But as a matter of fact, we're actually there looking at what's the next pair to do. Is there something better than what we're currently doing? Okay, so that's some of the what's very different about this one. and we're constantly in the lookout for fresh opportunity. Okay, if you get what I'm saying. So this is how we can really fly this. Like I would say, this is a beginner level program, but can actually give you like intermediate or advanced type results. So like stay tuned. There are going to be more videos on Martingale Mastered, and I'm going to be updating within a day. There's going to be a info update list that you can actually sign up, following the link in the video description, where you can get updates about this program. Okay, and then you can get started. When it's up and running, and I guarantee you, 10% per day, or like you're doing this twice a day, 20% per day, is not going to be difficult at all. Okay, and safe too. That's the best part. Bye for now.